This one I'm playing today is made by a guy in Germany named Tommy, who's a buddy of mine. And when I came over last year to do a Supertramp tour of 5 months, he offered me, he said, let me make you some guitars and you pick the ones you want. So I like this color. This is an ash body, which is, I think I'm an alderwood guy for Strats, you know. And for Stratocasters, let's see, I put in obviously a 5-way switch, you know, make sure there's a 5-way. I've got a 58, a 61, and a 65. I've got 3 old ones. I've always put in 5-way switches, and then I wire this tone knob, the middle tone, to the front 2 pickups, and I wire this tone knob to the back 2 pickup, the back pickup. And the reason is because I think it's important to have control over this. This is the nastiest, brightest, harshest pickup. Nice to be able to roll some off if you need it, you know. And it's a great tone to roll it all the way off and put it in the middle between the next one, you know. So there's reasons for that. The other thing I do is I tie a piece of wire around all 6 saddles and crimp it to tighten them all together so that I get a real solid mass. And the other thing I always do is I spend a lot of time adjusting them to where G pulls up to a B flat.
Okay.
Up a minor third. That makes the A, or that makes the B string go up a whole step. So you can go play those Jeff Beck kind of legs.
I want to get out of tune.
Not a
because
bit.
when you
I keep now. Here's how I keep it in perfect tune. I can wang on it all night long and it doesn't go out of tune. And the reason, I put a little Teflon grease in here, a little bit of this little Teflon lube right in here, and under this string tree. I make sure and wind my strings on with very little winding. I just go a little farther past here and stick it through and down the hole. Okay. But it's all right here. See, if you realize that this is like setting up Strat 101. If you realize that the tension of the high strings is the tightest, that's the most tension. The tension of the low strings is the loosest. Your B is actually pulling the most amount of tension. Then comes E, G, D, E, and the low A is the loosest string. So it's kind of low to high, but not quite. Now, here's the way it works. You realize that the tension up here on the top of the nut, of the bridge, on the high side, on the treble side is tight, on the bass side it's loose. So you compensate by making loose springs on the treble side. This is the loosest of the springs. And then I tighten my spring on the bass side so that it's equalized. And to do that, you adjust the angle of the claw. So first you get your G string to pull up a minor third, then you adjust the angle of the claw. Once you get it as close as you can, this is going to happen. You get a very musical, just bar the 5th fret like an A minor 11. You're looking for this sound. The A minor 11th going to A flat minor 11th back. You'll never get it perfect, but that's pretty good. I've got this one pretty close. That way when I play some kind of a line, you know, or if I play one of those harmonic things, and I shake it, it's real musical, you know, with a nice clean tone, a little reverb, little delays. And if you look at the original Leo Fender patent for the floating tremolo bar, or whatever he calls it, system, it is floating. It is on an angle. It is ramped up a little bit like that. So, you know, it isn't laid down. So many guys miss the point and lay it flat. And you know, you're getting enough steam, you're getting enough tone transferred with the 6 screws. You don't need it laying on. As a matter of fact, if you take a guitar like this, dangle it, especially when you find them in the guitar store off the wall. Play the B string and feel down here. You play the B, not plugged in, feel this lower bout. If it's moving, if you've got some motion and you feel the vibration, then you got a live one. Then that's a good one to buy.
You can feel it on the drum?
Oh yeah, watch this. Just B.
All right.
You see, this is a good live one in that. The other thing is I look for them as light as possible. The lighter the guitar, the better it's going to be.
I heard you also had a $300 mix.
Yeah.
Which you play a lot.
Yeah. I guess the last time I played in Holland, I was playing a $300 one, and you know what I try to do is my really old vintage ones. I want to be making records with those for the rest of my life, so I don't risk it. You know, with something like this and or one of these, you can come over. If you don't feel like taking it into your hotel room at night, leave it in the van, ride it hard, and put it away wet, is what I say.